Hi, fifth graders. This video is on how do we get our drawings into the computer for our superhero project. And real quick, I wanted to show you some examples of that. Here's a student's artwork that's been translated into the computer. And here's another one, and here's one, which is kind of nice because you can rearrange these. This is made up of a spaceship and one of their drawings, and then a background. We're going to put it all together here. But before we do that, we got to get these guys into the computer. And how do we do that? Well, it's a lot like the way that we would do really when we turn things in, okay? We're going to take a photo of it, okay? So I'm going to turn this down. I think this is going to work okay. I've logged in as a student so that you can see exactly what a student sees. So here's my Chromebook. And one of the first things I want to do on this is go to my drive. And I want to get the computer saved in my drive. And if you want, now there's a final one. I've tried this out already. But I want to get it in here. You could make yourself a folder if you wanted to. This is a great time to hit folder and just call it art. And that way all of your stuff can, kind of be in there and as you're working on it. And that's kind of nice to put that in. There we go. And so you want to open that folder up and be in there when you start this. And today I want you to go to a program called Google Draw. Okay? Now you say, well, that kind of makes sense because we're doing some art. And when you get to there and comes up, I want to do Insert Image like before and hit a camera. Okay? This is the exact way that we would do. I'm going to move this up a little bit so you can see. But I'm going to photograph this. And let me see here. Okay. So, yeah, sorry about that. There we go. Now I have the picture of my guy in here. And what I want to do is make that a lot bigger. Kind of fill up the paper with this, and you can see these little lines. That is actually the paper, so you don't have to go beyond that. And then if you really want to, you could crop that ugly guy out who's photographing your stuff. Oops, did that work? Not quite. All right, I'm going to move this over. If you use those black lines, hit the crop key. You don't have to do this step, but I kind of like to do this. And then I always think that would be nice to do on some of your projects for you guys. Okay, so I do that. You could call this superhero if you want for the title. And then I want you to go to File, Download, and I don't know if you can see this right here, but this is download as a JPEG, okay? So there's a couple things that we're going to files we're going to work with this time, but you want to file as a JPEG, and that should go to your drive. It should really be in your art folder. So there's a superhero. Is it in the drive? And oh, there it is. The one we just did, superhero. It's in the regular drive. So if you wanted to move it up to that file to keep things straight, you can. Otherwise, it's all right. So I'll move that there. Now it's in there. And this is the one I want to work with to draw. Pretend like that one doesn't exist. Now, if you go to Google Classroom, I put a new topic over here, and this one's called Reference. So I'm going to hit Reference, and I'm going to go to a program or a file called Games Approved by Mr. Lane. And it's more than games. It's actually a thing on drawing pads. And the second one right here is called Sketchpad. All right? So I'm going to actually click on Sketchpad. Now, once you get the Sketchpad, there's a lot this program does. So you're going to have to really pay attention to what I'm doing, and I'm going to try to do this in class so that we don't get lost. But I want to get my photo on here. So I'm going to go to Open and Import, and then I'm going to find my photo, which should be in that folder Art, and it's this one right here. Okay, so now I have my guy in there, and in the next video I'm going to show you how to trace him with a drawing pad.